You have no idea what is going on behind the scenes, how dangerous it is. You know nothing at all. Where are the reservation people? You will not support them now. Go ask Rahul Gandhi and see. Why? Because all the opposition parties people do not really know all this, right? Um, People think, oh, the opposition party is with the kids. Where did the opposition party get those crores of rupees? He gave this fund to the CJP. They have changed so much silently at such a subtle level. Why did they bring NEET? People need to understand this too. What is the problem with NEET? Is the paper leak the only problem? The real problem is this. Well, for those who think the government, what do they say? They bowed down. Those are the words. Bend the knee, they bowed. But in our scriptures, Lord Shri Krishna is called Ran Chhod. He left the battlefield and ran away. So whenever you need to strategically step back, you need to step back. It is not like that kid made it happen. It does not work like that. You have 50 important things for the nation on your plate. So you will keep dragging it for some useless thing and all your main work will get disturbed. That just cannot be done. So it is fine wherever the government felt that they had to step back. They did step back. Right. And anyway, they had to leave. They just did not want to leave, right? When the crowd was shouting, they had to leave. When supporters said nip it in the bud, no, it could not be nipped in the bud. Go, gee, you do not understand. If it had been nipped in the bud, then just think about those 35 days, the core costs of those 35 days, and the expenses of 1.5 years of planning. Do you know how much that amount is? How much was the amount? Where would this money have been spent if it was not spent there? Do you know? If you do not know, then do not speak. Okay? Do you know how many dead bodies could be collected with that much money? Spending it was necessary without any dead bodies. Let us move on. You do not know what is going on behind the scenes, how dangerous it is. You know nothing, so just leave it. A bad example has been set now. The government's hurry is understandable. Some people are writing on social media that there was an intel report about some terror attacks and some anti-national elements, even 2 or 3 dead bodies. They were trying to create something like that with innocent students at Jantar Mantar. So the government side is understandable as to why they are trying to close this so quickly. But a very bad example has been set here. Because everyone still remembers the farmers' protest. During the farmers' protest, when those 3 historic reform farm bills were to be introduced, they were taken back because of the farmers' protests that took place. It was seen as an example of the government surrendering. And now, for the second time, the government, a perspective has been formed that, look, if such pressure comes, the government will bow down. It is quite interesting. I just do not get it. That when so many concerns related to students and exams and other issues are being raised right now. So I do not understand where these reservation people are. Those who oppose reservation. Where is that crowd? If anti-social and anti-national elements can gather like this and force a change, then where are the people on this side and why can they not do it? This question is for all of us, for the right wing, whoever considers themselves right wing, whoever who believes themselves pro Hindu, and whichever section is facing a disadvantage due to a reservation. Why can that section not make it happen? Reforms. At least a review should happen, no, but they cannot do it. Why? Because all the opposition parties are the ones who give a push to these chaotic elements whenever there are reforms for meritorious things in the interest of this nation. They will never support it. You can go ask Rahul Gandhi, he will absolutely not support it. So this is a lesson for those people who keep saying over and over how much damage reservation does. Look, we have to go to other countries. So Jantar Mantar is empty. Go sit there. get it done. If you have the capacity, then get it done. But it is not happening. This is what we have to understand. Now let us talk about the one who resigned, like Dharmendra Pradhanji. So he had to go anyway. We have all written, in fact, you will find more right wingers than left wingers writing that this is a genuine concern and he should go. I also wrote that he should go, but the street is demanding it. And leaving when the street crowd is there is very wrong. I totally believe that. Despite this, it happened. And I already wrote about the surprises when Modi ji first came on Instagram. I understood then that something is going to be a mess here and it is going to close. This is what I said, Rishabji, that because of all these reservations, so many admission issues are coming up, so many job issues are also coming up, but they do not have anyone to represent them, or maybe they just do not have the capacity to protest at this level, or they're just not able to do it. Whatever. Why cannot they do it when this useless matter can get so much attention? So why cannot it happen in this reservation case? And look, the problem for kids in NEET is also the same at the end of the day. What is the problem in NEET? It is not just that the paper is leaking. That is not the only issue. The real problem is that general category students cannot get admission. Also, why was NEET even introduced? People need to understand this a bit. NEET exams were introduced because so many politicians are involved with the education sector, and they have built this whole coaching mafia where every single institution has its own coaching for their own entrance exams, and then you have to pay fees of 1 crore each for admission, etc., etc. So the government thought of streamlining it, having just one exam costing 1500 rupees or so for the application, whatever it is, and you only have to prepare for one. So why do you think the opposition parties are participating in this? Basically, they are just opposing NEET because of those crores in fees that have filled their stomachs. Their bellies are bloated from eating up all those crores in fees. That is why the opposition parties are at it, right? They do not even want NEET. They do not want the NEET exam at all, asking how one exam can happen across the nation. Everyone had their own individual things going on, and everyone was enjoying the cream. And opposition politicians were involved in this, right? With all the educational institutions, that corruption money they get for admissions, the extra money you have to pay on top of the fees, all that drama was going on. So the government brought in a single exam, NEET, but they could not conduct it properly, and these guys caught them. I mean, a mistake was made, right? If you had concluded it properly, no one could have caught anything. When a mistake happened, they caught it. Anyway, people do not know all this, right? People think, oh, the opposition party is standing with small children. The opposition party just wants to pocket those crores of rupees that come from medical seat admissions. Sir, how will Gen Z understand this? They are your owners, after all. No. Look, Gen Z, you should not expect young kids to know anything about politics. I mean, it is fine. They will not know. It is okay at 16, 17, 18 years old. I mean, how would they know that a section of the Aam Aadmi party is standing there like this and leading the kids by getting them emotionally charged? Gen Z will not get it. It is fine. Gen Z only understands that, hey, I took the exam. Now it is leaked and now I have to prepare all over again, which is a genuine effort and stress. Gen Z understands that much. Okay. Regime change attempts went on as they got confidence. No, some regime change is just like that. Regime changes do not happen like that. Okay. Regime change did not happen like that. Long term impact of Viksit Bharat Shikshan Adishtan. See, this is one of the main reasons for targeting Dharmendra Pradhan, because of the speed at which NCERT and all the other data started changing. Chapters on the Mughals were getting shorter, and Hindu religious, the kings who actually ruled, more started being told about their bravery and their battles. The importance of family in Bharatiya Dharma started being told in the textbooks. That is why Dharmendra Pradhanji is being targeted, right, brother? So silently, he has changed so much at a subtle level for the young children, so that the children can understand everything that happened in ancient Bharat. That is why he was targeted. Ram Ram Guruji Gujrati 9D chess is done. 9D chess will happen later after 6 or 8 months. Like the news of unknown gunman is coming out, news will come out like that. That this person gave this fund to CJP. That is why this happened to them. There is still a long way to go. Individual action will come. Do not worry. This is an echo chamber of the gullible, which is when you are brainwashing them, even if the vested interest demand was valid. I have already said that it was valid. They have been saying it for so long. So many right wingers have said that he should have resigned. Everyone has said it. Why are you repeating it? There is no brainwashing. Everyone knew clearly that he had to resign. But you cannot give in just because the street is demanding it. So, whenever the cabinet reshuffle is planned, they leave then. Ideally, that is how it should be. But now the government has some data. We do not know about it. Government action was necessary, hence, they got support from across the country. Shed ego and be. There is no question of ego or anything. Do you think if new ministers come, paper leaks will not happen? Do you really think so? You think so? The government has brought in a 10 crore penalty, and how many years of jail? They have written something like that. Despite this, you think, okay, whether they get caught or not is a different matter. But you think no one will even try to leak the paper when a new minister comes, or in the next, because now this penalty is here or the jail time is here. So no one will try to break the system. You really think so? You do not understand corruption is an individual issue. It has no connection with any party or who the minister is. Oh, you think it was because Dharmendra Pradhan was there? That is why the paper leaked. You think so? It would have leaked no matter who was there. Because if you look at the past data of paper leaks before 2014, you will realize double or triple the papers were leaking back then. So I am not saying that I am supporting paper leaks. I'm saying that action had to come. Everyone was saying it. Right? So in this shared ego be accountable, accountability just cannot come into this. A penalty can come, which Modi ji has brought. A 10 crore penalty and jail time. That is what they could have done. Even after all that, there will still be attempts to leak papers. Because for someone who is mentally ill, he's definitely going to leak the question paper. It makes no difference to him. What do you think? Suppose you murdered someone and then you were given the death penalty in jail. Did murder stop after that? Do you think murder stopped? Do murders stop just by giving such a punishment? What they did might be a deterrent. So accountability is not even an issue. Accountability cannot even come. A mentally ill person will commit the crime. Whatever you do to him, if he's Osama bin Laden, he is. Nothing can be done about him. Even if you kill him, his child will become a terrorist. Then he will commit crimes. So only Dharma can bring control over that. Control does not come from law enforcement like this. The kind of diversity in our nation is there. What do you think about it? Every 50 kilometers, our food, speech, and clothing all change. By this logic, we should have killed each other a long time ago. All the other Abrahamic countries are surprised at how we are surviving with so much diversity. So that is because of Dharma, not because of law enforcement or some minister. We have survived because of Dharma. We have not killed one another. Just try introducing the same diversity in any Islamic or Christian country, and there would be riots the very next day. Every 50 kilometers, different festivals, different clothes, different lifestyles, different dialects. Just try doing this in any Islamic or Christian country. No law enforcement will work. Everyone will kill each other. So understand one thing, if crime is to be reduced, then Dharma can do it. Law enforcement is just punishment after the crime has happened. The initial control comes from parenting and from Dharma and from nothing else. If your parenting is right and you are religious, then crime can be reduced. The government will punish you after the crime is committed, but what will you do then? Did that punishment stop murders? Did it stop thefts worldwide just by punishing? It does not work like that. And regarding the accountability you are talking about, there will always be a 0.001% attempt at paper leaks. Yes, you can reduce it a bit with technology. You can reduce it a bit by setting up system. You can reduce crimes much more through dharma. But if you think it will be completely clean, it cannot be. Right? Somewhere or the other, there is a mentally ill person who will still commit a crime. Okay? The government is acting, they took action in their own way. They even brought a punishment bill. Prahlad Joshi has been given temporary handling for now. Was this all? Yeah, that was on the first day when Modi ji's video came out at night. Right then, everything was over. I wrote that in it. More surprises to come. Anyone who wants to contribute, there is a QR code up here. Everyone, please like the video and share this with your community, especially with those who find politics a bit hard to understand. Jai Jinendra and Jai Hind.